Hey, Josh.
I need you to check me.
I am gonna check you, my friend.
Joshua Chambers is like any other rambunctious 5-year-old boy. Growing up, he always enjoyed being the center of attention, whether it was playing sports, dancing, or being goofy. He was always a ray of light.
I got scared.
Well, we're gonna see.
Joshua is fun-loving. It's very energetic. He's a good big brother to his sister.
Joshua has the kind of smile and personality that just brings the room up a level.
No.
Unfortunately for the Chambers family, their lives would forever change. On February 27th, 2013, Joshua was diagnosed with an aggressive form of ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
I was 3 years old when I got cancer.
It shattered our world at the time. You know, I know for me the hardest part of it was, you know, as a dad, you wanna fix everything, you wanna make everything go away, and this was one situation where you're just powerless to do anything about it.
Trying to be positive is one of the hardest things. So when you hear that your 3.5-year-old son's gonna have to go through this, you're like, it's not why, you know?
Joshua and his family remained strong through it all. But when chemo treatments began taking a toll, Jeremy decided to ask a favor from a friend back in his hometown of Columbus, Ohio. He wondered if she could talk to anyone about getting football players from the Ohio State Buckeyes team to send something in hopes that it would make Josh feel better. What ended up happening was truly special.
One day my mom was just like, hey, there's this little boy and he's not feeling too well, he's got cancer, and he would like it if you guys just send something just to cheer him up.
He texted me and said, hey, is there anything I can do to cheer him up, anything we can do? And I said, well, you know, get a few of the guys from the Buckeyes to send him little get well videos. He'll enjoy them popping in on his iPad.
So I had a few of the guys make a video, and we sent it off to him. We really didn't think it was gonna become much, you know, we just wanted to do something nice.
Hey, it's JP, number 37 for the Buckeyes. Just wanted to say, get well, be brave. We're pulling for you, man.
Joshua was receiving them while he was in the hospital, and he was like lighting up. Like every time he's like, I got another message from a Buckeye.
I felt happy. When I was in the hospital, Joshua Perry sent me a video message so I could feel better and go home.
A bond was formed. Joshua Perry, a Buckeyes junior linebacker, and Joshua Chambers, a little boy in Florida, battling for his life.
I think on Tuesday he's starting school, and he's celebrating a birthday coming up here within the next week too. And I think that's a big deal, you know, something that puts a smile on your face knowing that he's doing all that. He got his big boy haircut the other day for school.
As much as it's a testament to our son's ability to inspire, I think it's just as much a testament to Joshua Perry is. You know, we're honored to have a person of that caliber be a part of our son's life.
My parents have told me this, you know, ever since childhood. My coach always says it is, you make time for what's important to you. So this is really important to me. Being able to give back to the community, to pay forward, to be able to use my platform to do positive things is really important to me.
Are you excited, buddy?
I've never been on a plane before.
Joshua is now in remission. And today, the Chambers family are headed to the airport. Excited and eager, Joshua Chambers is ready to make his dream a reality.
We just wanted to be able to meet Joshua up here in Ohio. My family did. And then also to have him out to a game.
That was his very first time on a plane. He was really excited, kind of nervous, but excited. You know, he wanted me to hold his hand.
Once he saw the plane pull up to the gate, I think a little bit of nerves and anxiety kind of set in. You could see him kind of waiting for the plane to start moving, and then when it finally did and it went up, he was good.
Mommy, say bye-bye, Florida.
Upon arriving to Columbus, the Chambers family first paid a visit to the Nationwide Children's Hospital. While there, Joshua got to present the staff with donations for kids battling cancer, just like him. An act of kindness that the family have grown accustomed to ever since starting their Be Brave Foundation. And after a successful visit, they headed to Ohio Stadium to finally meet an old friend.
About to meet Joshua for the first time. You know, they came a long way from Florida. It's been a long time coming, I guess. We've been communicating for a little while, and I know he's been through a lot. This has been something that's fun for us and some of the guys on the team, so it'll be a big moment. I'm excited, just ready to do it.
Coming to meet Josh Perry, for me, it was like meeting an old friend. And I think for Joshua, it was very similar.
Ready to meet Josh Perry?
Yeah.
Josh was really excited about meeting his friend Joshua Perry. When they got to meet, that was pretty cool.
Joshua Perry!
Hey!
That was a really cool moment, and it was so cool that it was able to happen in the shoe too. I mean, couldn't have planned it any better.
I was trying to hold back my tears, seeing how excited Joshua was to meet Joshua Perry.
Watching Joshua run around on the field at the shoe was, I mean, that's every Buckeye fan's dream. I don't care if you're 8 or 80. The only difference is most people don't ever get to do it. I mean, that's a dream come true.
All you can do is sit there and smile and reflect and say, wow, this is really it. I'm getting to meet him.
Do you have my wristband?
I do. I'm wearing one right now.
Oh.
You see?
What? 3? You got 3 of my wristbands?
I have 3 different wristbands.
Joshua Perry,
Yes.
where are you gonna be when we come down here?
I'll be on the sidelines right here. And then after the game, we'll be able to visit too. And we'll get to hang out. And then
It says Ohio State.
it does.
I can't even read without looking. Ohio State. I'm ready to get back in the game.
You can get back in the game.
Let's pretend everybody's playing. Let me get everybody get playing.
Inspiration can come in many forms. A brave boy fighting for his life, or a celebrated athlete making a dream come true. In this case, the inspiration created a bond that would go beyond one afternoon on a football field.
No, it's one of those moments that you write down in your journal what happened that day. You save the date, and when you look back when you're older, you just say, wow.
Just as a family, for us to experience something of that magnitude, and to have Joshua Perry be such a big part of that, it was just like, well, this is it. This is Merry Christmas.
I hope our Joshuas stay in touch forever, because I don't think he knows the impact he's made in our life.
I've talked with Joshua Perry about what his involvement with us will be. And one thing he said, if I go pro or I go do this, he goes, I'm going to be involved in what you guys are doing.
I don't think they'll ever really understand what my relationship with Joshua is doing for me and what it's done for some of my teammates, because it's one of those things that'll open up your eyes, it'll change your perspective on things, and it'll help you grow as a person.
Joining us now is the Ohio State great linebacker Joshua Perry, such a central portion of this very, very human story. Most importantly, how is young Joshua?
He's doing well. He had a hiccup a couple of days ago where he had to go to the hospital and he had a fever and everything, but he's feeling great now, which is awesome. I talked to him a little bit after the Big Ten championship game, and he was so excited, and you could just feel the electricity through the phone. So it's been a great relationship, but he's doing awesome right now.
I know your mom brought Joshua to your attention, but how did she become aware of young Joshua Chambers?
Well, my mom works in an elementary school, and one of the teachers in the school grew up with Joshua's dad. And so through that connection, we were able to come to get to know Joshua a little bit. We heard about his story, and we wanted to make a difference.
Your whole family is making a difference, because your younger brother was diagnosed with a mild form of autism, and during childhood, and has since you've taken it upon yourself to participate in fundraisers and events of all kinds. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's just about getting involved and spreading around awareness. He does a lot, and a lot of people love him, and he gets to know everybody, so much so that we call him the mayor. He knows more people on campus than I do, and he's just a freshman, which is awesome. But the main thing is to just get out there and use what platform we have and the ability to reach the community, to get awareness out, to raise some money, and to share stories. A lot of people have different stories about how they handle these situations and what they've been through, and every story is unique, and they're awesome to hear. So it's great that we're able to spread them. I'm just really proud of my younger brother and what he's been able to do. He finished his first semester as a college student, and he enjoyed it so much, and he's grown and grown and grown and grown. And so I'm just, I'm really happy for him. I'm really excited about what he's going to do in the future too.
Speaking of spreading around, how is that wristband campaign going with you and your teammates?
We've got some guys wearing them. I think Dale was wearing his in the Big Ten championship, and I gave them to a lot of guys. I've got a big bag full of them in the locker room, and so, just trying to hand them out again. It's a lot about awareness, and a lot of times people will see it on your wrist during the game, and afterwards they'll ask you, or somebody will tweet you and ask you about a wristband you were wearing, or if they know what the wristband is, they'll tweet about it and let everybody else know. So it's a great thing to be able to do, and with the age that we live in with social media and how everything can go viral so quickly, that's how the news and the awareness spreads.
Couple of things that really struck me, Joshua, in the piece that we just aired is that young Joshua reads so well at such a young age.
He's an impressive young man. It's amazing every time I talk to him. You get to know a little bit more about him, and it excites you. He's a big ball of energy. He provides that little spark sometimes, and so that's the one thing I always tell people is maybe if I'm feeling down or I'm not having such a great day, I just think about him and how he's been through so much in his life. But he's a really intelligent young man. He has so much energy, but he's always smiling, and so those are the things that really stick out about him to me.
How did you not break down when he said to you, "I'm going to get back in the game"? You repeated that phrase to him, and I mean, how did you not break down? Heck, I was watching it and I was breaking down.
It's just in the moment, you're kind of overwhelmed with everything that's going on. You're really excited to be around him, and so you just do what you do. When I saw the piece, it was really emotional to watch, and I know my mom's a really emotional person, and so she had tears, and my dad just gave me a big hug when he saw the piece too. So it brings up a lot of things in you, but just being around him, I couldn't do anything but smile.
We smile about the Be Brave Foundation. Talk a little bit about that.
Be Brave Foundation is the foundation started because of Joshua, but the main point is to raise money and spread awareness to help other families dealing with pediatric cancer. During their trip here to Ohio, they actually went to Nationwide Children's Hospital and they donated tablets, and they just went around to visit some of the patients. And so those are some of the great things that they're trying to do with the platform that they have, which is really, really, that's the thing that kind of hits me a little bit too, is the fact that his family is so giving and he's so giving, and they want to make sure that they can help other people who have been in situations similar to theirs. It's one thing to go through it and to get through it and as a family become stronger, but to help other families become stronger, I mean, what more is there to do than that?
Do you realize the responsibility that you have accepted on behalf of young Joshua? It means that Yeldon, Henry, Sims, all of them have got to be curtailed by you and your defensive teammates coming up in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of an extra spark. It provides you with a little bit extra something. He sent Cardale Jones that message before the Big Ten championship game, and I don't know if it was that or something else, but Cardale played his tail off. So, just kind of having that in the back of your mind, it gives you a little something extra too, knowing that you're playing for somebody.
Absolutely, and indeed, Buckeye Nation all behind you and your teammates and Coach Meyer and all. But this is so inspiring. This kind of tells all of us, in the bigger picture, Joshua, the game is important. The game means so much to all of us. But really, what does it mean in the bigger picture when a Joshua Chambers came into your life and because of you has come into all of ours?
I think that's the whole point of this. Past X's and O's, Ohio State is such a great thing. Being a college football player is such a great opportunity. So you take it, you're blessed because when you're on scholarship, you can get a college education for free. You get to meet a lot of great people and develop great relationships. And that'll help you out in your future. You're able to use your platform to pay forward and help other people that are in situations maybe a little bit less fortunate than yours, which is a big thing. And all of this just really helps develop you as a man. You know, you're doing something great for somebody and you're helping out a lot, but when you really sit back and look at it, I think that's what it's all about. You know, you develop as a person, you help other people develop, and you get to share what God has blessed you with others, which I think is so important than just taking the gifts that you've been given that you really didn't earn or work for and keeping them to yourself.
God bless you, Joshua, and by all means, God bless young Joshua Chambers and his family. And on behalf of all of us, please wish young Joshua and his family a Merry Christmas and many, many Happy New Years.
Thank you. Go Bucks.